Funeral Lockwood. Currently, it's 60 degrees.
Power 96, the very best in classic rock. 96.1 KQPR FM, Albert Lee, Minnesota.
Take us out to your ball game. Take us out to the crowd. We sell insurance for most anything. Who'd have guessed that the A-Team could sing for its root? Root for good coverage. Americana's more than a name. 4X377 2000 for the insurance A-Team.
You'll be singing too when you see what the A-Team and Americana Insurance can do for you.
Let's take it from the top again. I think the rest of you are out of tune.
It's not the kind of thing we feel comfortable talking about, but it's something we all will face. You can make things easier on the ones you love by pre-planning your funeral arrangements. Bayview Freeborn Funeral Home will listen to your needs, offer choices for arrangements, and then make sure all of your questions have been answered. Bayview Freeborn Funeral Home, a name you can trust. Call 373-4330.
Are you looking to arrive in style at your next event? Look no further than Dawson Limousine. With our luxurious limousine and limo bus options, you'll be sure to turn heads wherever you go. Whether you're heading to a wedding, prom, or just a night out on the town, let Dawson Limousine chauffeur you around. And as a proud sponsor of local sports, you can trust that we are dedicated to supporting our local community. Call us today at 507-402-0606 to book your ride with Dawson Limousine.
Hi, this is Jay Anderson, head coach of the Albert Lee baseball team. Thanks for keeping it local on Power 96.
And that's right. Thank you, Mr. Anderson. Of course, they're out on the home plate right now getting ready for this game to start. It's your Albert Lee Tigers versus the Jordan Hubmen. And we'll be underway here shortly. It's a windy day out here today. I'm Sports Director Dave Nelson. Along here side of me next to Mr. Marcus Antonio Calderon, a.k.a. Caldi, a.k.a. Sparky. And then, of course, Mr. Skinnis. Correct me if I'm wrong, Brad, but it's windier than it was Thursday.
It is windier, yes. And our listening audience will certainly be able to hear that.
That is true. Of course, this is the Dawson Limousine pregame show. If you need a ride out on the town, let Dawson Limousine chauffeur you around. Give Brad a call at 507-402-0606. Brad, what do you know about this Jordan team?
Not a whole lot this year, to be honest. I know they've got off to a little bit of a slow start with a 1-3 record currently, and the Tigers come in with a 2-1 record, but this will be the first section game for the Tigers. Slated to have their second one again on Thursday against Mankato West, so a big week for them when it comes to early games in the section standings.
That's right, and of course you might be able to hear us. Hey, there they turned it down. Now we're good. We could hear ourselves. They got that going. Caldi, of course, with the stats here. We got a little difference here in the lineup tonight.
Yeah, a little bit difference. We got Cooper Kermis in center field. We got Yost at shortstop. DH will be Nate Barquet. First base, Sam Miguel. Catcher will be Graham Goskeson. Second baseman will be Preston Smith. Third baseman will be Zayden Brua. Left fielder, Easton Shuey. Right fielder, Nathan Steeler. And on the mound today will be Brecken Wackles.
So, of course, Wackles, last time he pitched here, had a pretty good day. Here's the starting lineups brought to you by Dawson Limousine. We're going to try to get this, of course, with the wind. I don't think we're going to be able to put the microphone up there. So, Caldi, who are the visiting Hubmen today that are going to be out on the field?
First baseman, Aiden Davenport. Pitcher, Griffin Daneman. Catcher, Joey Lamanska. Third baseman, Jaden. I'm going to destroy this last name, Beckertine.
In the number 2 spot,
It's the best I could do. Shortstop, Sam Lewis. DH, Evan Fisher. Left fielder, Brock Lucas. There it is. Right fielder, Mason Bragsman. Catcher, Tyler Bosquez. And then the DH is Lucas McCoy.
Okay, so that is your starting lineups for both teams, brought to you by Dawson Limousine. I said a little different tonight as it is a bit windy out here. Like I said, windier than it was Thursday.
It is windy. It's blowing across the field a little bit, but certainly into our face. It's be coming in from right center field.
And I don't know how like I said, you look at that American flag, and it's standing straight out here at one point towards us. At other times it's going to the right, other times it's to the left.
It's going to be a swirl. Be important on any fly balls that players are in motion and backing up one another, because you'll never know what that wind will do to it.
They're calling right now the reserve players, of course, Paxton Hovde, Cohen Drescher, Aiden Jensen. I'm surprised he's here today. He's not celebrating his hole-in-one from the other day still. And then Brody Rassler.
They announced them as the reserves, but it doesn't look like they're here. It looks like a couple of those, Aiden Jensen and Paxton Hovde, must be down with the JV today, because the only reserves that took their position on the foul line were Brody Rassler and Cohen Drescher. So, and I know that's been the situation early on this season with numbers, is juggling 11, 12, 13 has been the cap that they've had here, but they're needing the bodies down at the junior varsity level as well. So,
of course, the JV and the other teams are all over at the Hammer Complex. And, of course, softball is going on right now as well. Your Tigers are over in Stewartville, so hopefully we'll get maybe some updates on that as well. Now, once again, this has been the Dawson Limousine pregame show. We're going to go ahead and take our first break here as we're getting ready for the national anthem. And we'll be back here again with more live coverage of Albert Lea Tiger baseball from the Americana Insurance Press Box. We'll be right back here momentarily. Shop Etc. Tanning and Clothing in the Skyline Plaza, where you'll find new trendy clothing and sports apparel in their boutique section. They also have a pre-owned section, which includes clothing for kids, women and men, shoes, and purses. Etc. also offers UV tanning, custom airbrush, red light therapy, and lotions. Stop into Etc. in the Skyline Plaza and see all that they have to offer.
Hi, this is Adam, owner of GT Window and Door. GT Window and Door is a local family-owned and operated business that has proudly served the Albert Lea area since 2012. We have won the trust of local homeowners by providing reliable service and high-quality windows, doors, and seamless gutter installation. We are also a proud sponsor of Albert Lea Sports. Call me today at 507-320-0575 or visit gtwindowanddoor.com for a free estimate today. Don't forget to listen or watch local sports on Power 96. Proudly brought to you by GT Window and Door.
Southern Minnesota Branding has been helping customers create and display their company logos for over 40 years. They are a fully customizable shop specializing in logo design, vinyl graphics, banners, vehicle wraps, and so much more. Are you looking for customized Tiger, Wolverine, Knights, Panther, or any other local sports team apparel? Stop on into their new location at 2114 East Main Street in the new Main Street Auto Building and see what they can do for you. They've also added a gift shop with local favorites and goodies to enjoy. Southern Minnesota Branding in Albert Lea.
Have you been having problems with your dishwasher, stove, washer, or dryer? Call Orrin Mortensen with On the Spot Appliance Service. With over 30 years experience, Orrin does repairs for all major household appliances and commercial cooking products, including fryers and grills. On the Spot Appliance Service is warranty authorized for most major brands and is a local LG appliance servicer. Don't let your wannabe handyman fix a problem and make it worse. Call Orrin Mortensen with On the Spot Appliance Service anytime at 256-8099.
Arcadian Bank's award-winning mortgage team has the experience and expertise to help you make your next move. Hi, I'm Susie Miller, the mortgage lender at Arcadian Bank. We are committed to delivering the exceptional service and personalized experience you deserve while making your dream home a reality. Stop in our Albert Lea location or visit our website to apply online.
Arcadian Bank, community-owned, community-focused in Albert Lea, Freeborn, and Heartland. www.arcadianbank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This is Lisa with Power 96. Thanks for keeping it local.
And we're back here again. Live coverage of Albert Lea Tiger baseball from the Americana Insurance Press Box. Hey, let's go ahead and thank our in-game sponsors for today. Of course, Americana Insurance, they're going to bring you the Press Box. And I tell you what, we'll talk more about them a little later, but they have a lot of great options there as well to cover maybe your home, especially if you're one of the neighbors here at Hike Field. It's probably a good idea to have some good insurance for all the foul balls. They're also bringing us all of the balls out of play today. Of course, the scoreboard is brought to you by Bayview Freeborn Funeral Cremation Services. We have Etc. Tanning and Clothing there in the Skyline Plaza. Southern Minnesota Branding at their new location there on Main Street inside the Main Street Auto Building. Trades and Labor Federal Credit Union down there on South Broadway. Of course, since 1958, Brad has been there serving customers the best deals in town. Well, you haven't been there since 1958.
I feel like it. I feel that old. The time flies.
We have Dawson Limousine. Of course, Robert Hoffman Realty, GT Window and Door, Gutters by GT, and the Albert Lea Convention and Visitors Bureau. All right, we're going to get underway here. Inning number 1 is brought to you by Etc. Tanning and Clothing. And, of course, with all the different variety of options they have there for tanning, plus clothing options, go see Jody and her staff there at the Skyline Plaza. First pitch is going to get underway here.
Number 6, Aiden Davenport, first baseman, is going to lead it off for Jordan.
And he turns on that one right away. It's going to be popped up into shallow center field for a base hit for Jordan. So 1 pitch, 1 hit.
Next up, number
first pitch fastball there, and he just didn't try to do too much with it and lined it back up the middle. Wind pulled it back in a little bit here. So as you look at the outfield setup here a little bit, they are a little bit shallow. We're playing that wind accordingly.
We have number 2, Griff Damon. He'll be on the mound today.
So here's the first pitch. Wackel settles in.
Zach Brua is about 15 feet in from the bag at third base.
Zayden, yep. That one just misses. Not sure. The wind kind of took it a little bit in there. It looked good there at first, but must have just missed. So it's a 1-0 count right now.
Rest of the infield's playing at regular depth. Of course, they're holding him on at first base.
Next pitch is popped up out into left field. Playing the win there is Easton Shuey for out number 1. He's going to get that, throw it back in. Runner stays at first.
Joey Labuska. Well then, number 25 will be catching today. Now up, right-handed batter.
Not the way you thought it was said at all.
Not at all. I was way off. And I apologize for that.
Here comes the first pitch from Wackles. That's going to be in there for strike 1. Of course, we talked a little bit about it earlier with Wackles maybe 2 weeks ago now, Brad. Has it been that long?
Oh, I don't know. It's hard to say with all with
postponements?
the weather issues and whatnot.
Comes the 0-1. And that one, you could definitely tell the wind took that one at kind of off speed.
Yeah, off speed pitch. And I think Goskeson caught it behind the plate there, but broke around the plate there.
I got to wear my shades because my eyes are getting the dust in them.
Better known as safety goggles today.
They're like safety goggles. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's going to be outside. Takes it to 2 balls, 1 strike.
Brecken's second start of the year, so we're seeing a little bit of the rotation that they're falling into early on. When he goes to the mound, both games it's been Goskeson behind the plate, then Brua. They basically flip-flop, and he goes to third. And then Preston Smith, when he's not on mound, he shifts over to second base, and it leaves Rassler then on the bench at that time. And there was a delayed steal there.
Yeah.
It did catch the Tigers napping a little bit. Goskeson with a little bit of a double pump, and the throw ended up high, and the runner safely into second base there.
Pitch was a strike, so 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here. Runner now on second for Jordan. Still 0-0 here in the top of the first. Now the wind blowing directly at us.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, Wackles looks back over to second. Batter is going to call time.
Yep, Brecken didn't feel comfortable with the base runner, so it wasn't too big of a lead, but he was dancing out there enough to where it caught his attention, and then the batter at that point said, I'm not going to stand here forever.
So here comes the 2-2 pitch from Wackles as he looks back to second. And here it comes. That's in there for strike 3, looking for the second out. And Wackles' first strikeout of the game.
That brings up third baseman, number 12, Jaden Verkateran.
Number 12, Jaden Verkateran. I'm still messing it up.
You just mumbled through it.
Yep, I can get through it one way or another.
Here comes the first pitch. That's going to be just low. And I'm kind of glad that we're not sitting a little further to our left, because as the batter kind of swings through, he's kicking up a lot of that dust going right over to the bleachers there.
It's a 1-0 count with 2 outs. Runner at second base.
Oh, just outside. Takes it to a 2-0 count.
Another breaking pitch there by Brecken. So now got a 2-0 count with runner on second base and the 4-hitter here. Don't want this to be too pretty necessarily. He'll be looking probably one spot to try and bring that run across.
As he looks back to second. And here's a pitch. It's going to miss again outside. Takes it to a 3-0 count.
Not the worst thing in the world here. You do have the open base. So if you were to walk him, start fresh with this next batter with force out at any of the bags.
Wackles looks in, sets, and he'll throw back to second. And it just gets just past Smith there, and the runner will go to third.
A little bit too much attention there to the base runner at second. On the 3-0 count, he's not going anywhere either which way. Just focus your attention on this batter. Now, important for Goskeson, if there's any pitches in the dirt, make sure he blocks them and keeps them in front of him.
3-0 pitch. That's going to be in there for strike number 1. Of course, you're listening here on the Americana Insurance Press Box here on 96.1 FM. But maybe you want to watch this, go to one of our options there, our YouTube channel, Boxcast, or our website, and you can watch this game live. Here comes a 3-1 pitch. That's a swing and a miss for strike number 2. So being behind in the count 3-0, Brecken gets this back up to a full count.
See what he does here, that last batter. Granted, it wasn't a full count, but he struck him out looking on the off-speed pitch.
And here comes the pitch. Now it's going to be popped up. McGill is going to run over towards the visiting dugout, and he'll grab it for out number 3. So Jordan Wilstrand won. And after the top half here of the first, once again, first inning brought to you by Etc. Tanning and Clothing there in the Skyline Plaza. It is 0-0 on your Bayview Freeborn Funeral Cremation Service scoreboard. Nice little array of pitches there from Wackles. Of course, got himself in a little trouble there with the 3-0 and talking with Coach Jay. But yeah, definitely came out on that, on the good side there.
Yeah, he pitched really well there.
Didn't see the pitch count. They did not put that up on the scoreboard. Caldy, how many pitches was that?
Well, let me take a gander.
Jordan took a pretty aggressive approach that inning. Two balls in play, the first 3 pitches that Brecken threw there. So see if that's indicative of their hitting approach.
14 pitches for Brecken.
Okay. So not a bad little start.
Good pitch count there, and with the Tigers' upcoming schedule, they travel to Austin tomorrow, and then weather permitting, back here at Hayek against Mankato West.
Thursday.
Depending on where Brecken falls throughout this game and whatnot, would determine whether or not he may have any availability on Thursday. If not, I would certainly assume Preston's going to be on the mound tomorrow. So you would certainly not anticipate his pitch count being low enough or working a short enough outing to where he'd be available on Thursday. So that could be an interesting thing. And I believe if bracket goes over 75, I think that's what would make him ineligible for Thursday.
Yeah, I know it's somewhere right around there.
They think 75 is 3 days rest.
It is so windy, it just blew the hat off the pitcher, and it's still going. He's got to go towards the third baseline to grab it. Of course, your Tigers today wearing their all-white uniforms. Jordan comes in wearing, looks like a pinstripe there, little pants, and the maroon top.
Very Northfield and Stewartville-like.
Yes.
With their colors.
Leading it off for the Tigers is going to be Cooper Kermis, number 13, center fielder.
First inning for the Tigers is center fielder number 13, Cooper Kermis.
So kind of teasing some of the parents today. I said, what are the odds of hitting a home run out in that right field? And they're like, don't think it's going to happen today. He's going to take strike one on the outside corner. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. And he turns on that one. That one's going to be foul. Did it get out of play?
It is out of play.
Yeah, it is in the field, though. Of course, just out of play.
0-2 right away.
And he turns on that one again. That one's going to be popped up. It's going to go foul again. And that one out of play again. So 0-2 here for Kermis.
Jordan's infield playing normal depth, I would say, and once again the outfield is playing in.
0-2 pitch. Kermis takes high for ball one. Oh, there is not 3 outs. I don't know why it didn't correct that on our boxcast. I apologize. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. He turns on that one. That one's going to be hit out into center field.
Nice diving catch.
Wow. He had to come probably 20 feet. Maybe not quite 20, but sliding catch for out number one.
That wind actually, even as low and as hard as that hit, it killed the tail and brought it almost back to the outfielder a little bit there to give him the opportunity.
We have shortstop Leighton Yost, number 2.
Looking at the American flag, of course, if you're watching this, directly out to the left. Yost is going to pop that one up, and that one is going to leave the park. So that one is, of course, brought to you by American Insurance. Of course, they cover windows, roofs.
0-1 is a count, 1 out.
That's low in the dirt, bouncing to the catcher. Makes it ones across the board. They did update the pitch count now. And yeah, 14 pitches. So, Caldy, you were correct. You get a free Tootsie Roll.
Thanks. Thanks, Coach.
We have Tootsie Rolls?
Oh, a little chin music there as Yost gets out of the way. We had some on Saturday. Of course, the Knights of Columbus were there, so doing their fundraiser. So we got some Tootsie Rolls. Is going to take that one low in the dirt. Takes it to a 3-1 count. So Yost ahead here. Grandpa Yost telling him just look for a good pitch. And here comes the 3-1. And that one will be in there for strike number 2. Just getting that outside corner.
Good pitch there on the outer half of the plate, like you said, and not a bad take there by Leighton, knowing he's got another pitch coming, look for something better to work with.
And he does, and he pops that one out into center. And just like that, the center fielder will come in. That ball definitely, you go any other day, that's going to go a little further. But unfortunately, it just kind of went right towards the center fielder for out number 2.
Number 7, Nate Barclay, the DH.
Is Nate DHing for Ethan Steeler today?
For Brecken Wackles.
For Wackles, okay.
Here comes the first pitch. He turns on that one. That one's going to be hit over towards first. He gets that cleanly. He'll step on the bag for out number 3. So Tigers do go down 1, 2, 3 in your first inning. Once again, your first inning was brought to you by Etc. Tanning and Clothing there in the Skyline Plaza. Let's hear a little bit about what they got going on there at the Skyline. Oh, where's this? Where am I at here? This is enough about wearing sunglasses. We'll be right back here. Power 96 Sports live coverage of Albert Lee Tiger baseball from the American Insurance press box. Shop Etc. Tanning and Clothing in the Skyline Plaza, where you'll find new trendy clothing and sports apparel in their boutique section. They also have a pre-owned section, which includes clothing for kids, women and men, shoes, and purses. Etc. also offers UV tanning, custom airbrush, red light therapy, and lotions. Stop into Etc. in the Skyline Plaza and see all that they have to offer.
Here's your Power 96 weather update. Partly cloudy skies tonight, lows around 44. South winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. Clear skies tomorrow, daytime highs approaching 77. Clear skies tomorrow night, lows around 47. Mainly sunny Wednesday with daytime highs approaching 80. 72, storms likely Thursday. And that's your Power 96 weather update. I'm meteorologist Laura Lockwood. Right now, it's 62 degrees.
This is Mosh. Thanks for listening to Power 96, keeping it local.
Well, Brad, you just got told there, Thursday, chance of storms.
I don't know. I lost all focus when that Mosh soundbite came on. So. Yeah, I know there's definitely a possibility of them. It's not high percentages, but it's that type of weather where we're going from this brief warm-up that we're going to get for a couple of days, and then the temp starts to drop. So we'll see. 3 games in 4 days isn't ideal, but at the same point,
Leading off the top of the second inning,
the Tigers and Coach Henderson probably don't want to see a whole lot of more postponements
No,
and
there's
reschedules
enough.
either, because there's enough. Yeah. There's enough already on the schedule. So,
Sam Lewis, number 13, the shortstop, is now up for Jordan.
Of course, your second inning is brought to you by GT Window and Door and Gutters by GT. First pitch in there for strike number 1. Wackles jumping ahead here. 1 strike, no balls, no outs. Just threw his 15th pitch. Pitcher for Jordan did have 12 that first half inning. 1, that's going to be dribbled over towards Brua at third. Brua picks it up, throws it to first in time for out number 1.
Nice play there, a little two-hopper, and Zayden was slightly behind the bag there and just came in and got on its second hop with a strong throw over to McGill.
DH, number 15, Evan Fisher is now batting. Right-handed batter, 1 down.
Comes the 0-1 from Wackles. Just a little bit low for ball 1. Of course, some fans here had to stop by and say hi to us before the game, so they like listening, and they really like our atmosphere that we bring. So appreciate hearing that. Comes the 1-0 pitch. That's going to be tipped back into the glove of Goskeson for strike number 1. You know, the thing is, we don't have fun here at all, do we, guys?
No. Very serious environment.
I don't enjoy myself.
One's across the board.
A little better company would make it.
I'll leave.
1-1. That's going to be dribbled foul as it goes towards the Albert Lee dugout. Of course, they're on the third baseline. Jordan's on the first baseline dugout. And I was about ready to say it felt good not having a wind blow at us, and now here it's back.
That lasted 2 pitches.
1-2, just low.
Good pitch there, good tease. Just a little bit off the plate there by Brecken. Real early on in this game, but what you've noticed, especially with Brecken, when there isn't a runner on, is he's working at his pace. He's working relatively quickly, and the Jordan pitcher was probably even a little bit quicker than what Brecken is working.
Swing and a miss for strike number 3. It will be thrown over to first, though, in time for the out. So 2 quick outs here. So far, only 1 hit registered in this game, and that was in the first by Jordan. And so it's still 0-0 on your Bayview Freeborn Funeral Cremation Service scoreboard.
Left fielder Brock Lucas, number 5, right-handed batter, 2 down for the Tigers.
And batter calls for time as he got a little dust in his eye. This is where you look at some of these, newer fields, and especially with the turf, and I don't know. Gets inside. Batter has to get out of the way. It would be a ball 1. But you look at like the turf versus the actual dirt. I don't know. I'm still more of an old school guy when it comes to ball fields. I don't know about you guys, but 1-0 is going to be popped up out of play.
I'm with you, Dave. I prefer the grass and the dirt.
I know Caldy and I went and watched a Moondogs game one time, and that was nice, but just you didn't get that feel. Of course, they have an all-turf stadium over there.
A little different environment.
Good pitch there.
1-1 pitch is in there for strike number 2.
Fastball by Wackles there, and the batter let that one go. It was right down the heart. See if he comes back with that, or if he comes back with that breaking pitch, gets him out on that front foot.
Comes the 1-2 pitch, and he turns on that. That's going to be hit out towards center field. Does land just to the right of second, but of course, the way that the shortstop and second baseman were playing, unable to get there in time. So that'll be a base hit.
Right fielder number 2, Mason Brigham.
It's actually number 22, Mason Brigham, right fielder. Double deuces.
Runner on first.
About an 8-foot lead at first base. Infield even with the bag, I would say. And then we get a little chin music.
Yeah. You know, that Wackles just doesn't like him being that close to the plate. You got to back him up.
A little brush out pitch.
It's crazy how today's batters crowd that play like that, and I think it makes it a little bit easier to do with all the protective gear that they wear. You know, back in the day there weren't elbow guards and all this stuff.
True.
There weren't even shin guards for high school players. Like that's a relatively new fad, but. For a lot of circumstances, they're taking that inner half of the plate away because the pitchers don't like to work in there. They don't like to see that, and they don't want to hit batters. And sometimes I think you got to do exactly the opposite. You work that inner half and let them know, you know what, I'm going to come in there. That is my plate, not yours.
Right.
Wackles falls behind 3-0, and that's going to be in there for strike number 1. As here comes the dust storm. Holy moly. And the batter got a little bit in his eye. He had to step off. He's clearing his eye. I got a little bit on the side. I'm wearing my sunglasses, like I said, so good thing I got them because that was bad.
3-1 count, 2 outs.
And that's going to be
a tough play up the middle. Yost is going to have to hurry.
Yost grabs it, throws it to first in time.
McGill with a really nice scoop there at first.
And he didn't barehand it this time.
We've seen him do that before. Once again, like I said, the second inning was brought to you by GT Window and Door and Gutters by GT. Hey, if you're looking to have maybe some high-quality windows, doors, or seamless gutters installed, give Adam a call at 507-320-0575. They've been servicing the Albert Lea area since 2012 and have won the trust of local homeowners by providing reliable service. GT Window and Door and Gutters by GT. Of course, I said we talk about Americana Insurance as well. They're bringing you the Press Box. The Press Box is presented by the A-Team at Americana Insurance Group. They've been serving southern Minnesota and northern Iowa since 1899, and they give you world-class protection for your home, auto, health, business, farm, crop, and life insurance, and including jet ski insurance, even though Tom likes to tease me there. But you can visit any of their 3 locations in Albert Lea, Ellendale, or Wells, or give them a call at 507-377-2000, or visit them at AmericanaInsurance.com.
Well, for the second inning, it will be Big Sam McGill, Graham Goskeson, and Preston Smith.
Have to, while we're on a little break here, I'll get our tags taken off from the 6 o'clock hour. Don't want to take it off from the 7, but we had to do that last Thursday. 2 hours and 45 minutes, somewhere in there was the game time.
Yeah, I really don't want to say anything this early on into the game, but you look at the fluidity of the first inning and a half between both pitchers throwing strikes, the defense is making plays. I mean, other than the fact that the Tigers scored some runs early the last game, it makes it a more enjoyable style of game to watch. Northfield really struggled defensively, and we made mention of that in our as we watched their pregame warm-ups, that it was not pretty, and it carried out throughout the game.
McGill up to the plate here, and he's going to take strike number 1.
And sometimes that's all it takes. I believe the Tigers ended up with 9 hits that day, which isn't a bad number, but scored, 13 runs?
That one's going to be hit out to center, but the wind will kind of push that in and out a little bit, but out number 1. I don't want this on. I hit the wrong button.
Graham Goskeson, number 20, is now up.
I think in order to get anybody to beat anybody, unless you really rope one today out in the outfield, you're going to have to hit it almost down that left field line and let the wind carry it and keep it fair.
You are correct. I agree with that. Comes in with strike 1.
So Goskeson here.
And if you look there, he threw first pitch strike, and that ball was back from the catcher, and he was already on the mound with his glove above his face, ready to throw again. He had to wait for Goskeson to get set. So
they're moving.
Low and outside for ball 1. So 1's across the board. Yeah, he definitely, his approach, it's a quick approach here. It's like he's getting ready for the MLB with the
pitch clock.
Goskeson will rip that one. It'll go towards the shortstop. Shortstop's going to grab it, throw it to first, just in time for out number 2.
Very nice play there. The Hayek grass killed that ball a little bit, but he backhanded it and set himself with a strong throw across as he fielded it a bit in the hole there.
Number 15, playing second base, Preston Smith.
And here comes the first pitch to Smith. Ooh, a little check swing there. Was a ball.
Sometimes as we do these games, it's just uncanny how the parents of these players just come up right up to the fence, start filming their kids.
That's going to be outside the ball.
I don't have any knowledge of who Preston's mother is whatsoever. She might just be to the left of me.
Comes the 2-0. And that will be there for strike 1. So Smith ahead in the count here, 2-1.
Good take there. Up 2-0, you're looking for a particular pitch, and the pitcher puts it on the outer half of the plate there.
And the wind directly towards us now. It's going to be low and inside. Takes it to 3 balls, 1 strike.
Catcher trying to do a little framework out there.
He tried to bring that one back in, and Preston's trying to get on base, make for the first base runner of the day for the Tigers.
And that one's going to be hit towards the second baseman. Second baseman's going to pick it up, throw it over to first in time for out number 3. So 1, 2, 3 again for the Tigers. It is 0-0 on your Bayview Freeborn Funeral Cremation Service scoreboard as we head to the top of the 3rd. You are listening to Power 96 live coverage of Albert Lea Tiger baseball here from the Americana Insurance press box. And like I had said before, first inning brought to you by Gutters by GT and GT Window and Door.
Hi, this is Adam, owner of GT Window and Door. GT Window and Door is a local family-owned and operated business that has proudly served the Albert Lea area since 2012. We have won the trust of local homeowners by providing reliable service and high-quality windows, doors, and seamless gutter installation. We are also a proud sponsor of Albert Lea Sports. Call me today at 507-320-0575 or visit gtwindowanddoor.com for a free estimate today. Don't forget to listen or watch local sports on Power 96. Proudly brought to you by GT Window and Door.
The friendly staff at Albert Lea's Trades and Labor Federal Credit Union reminds you that when you're in need of a home that satisfies your financial needs, let Trades and Labor Credit Union make it easy with checking services, debit cards, home equity loans, and savings options that will earn you more for your money. Visit Trades and Labor Federal Credit Union on Albert Lea's friendly south side. Open 6 days a week with social distancing for your safety and theirs. Trades and Labor Federal Credit Union, member NCUA, providing financial services since 1958.
Hi, this is Jay Anderson, head coach of the Albert Lea baseball team. Thanks for keeping it local on Power 96.
And back here again from the Americana Insurance press box. It's Power 96 live coverage of Albert Lea Tiger baseball as we head to the 3rd inning. 3rd inning is brought to you by Robert Hoffman Realty. Talk more about them here in just a little bit. Caldy, who do we got up here?
Number 11, Tyler Bolsack, the center fielder. He is the number 9 hitter. Then we'll be back to the top of the order.
30 pitches so far for Wackles, 22 for the Jordan pitcher. So, yeah, Brad, like you were saying, pitch count's definitely down compared to Thursday.
Yep, and there certainly doesn't appear to be anything overpowering about the Jordan pitcher whatsoever. Doing a really good job of jumping ahead, good control, and is utilizing his defense, making the plays, getting quick outs.
A bunt was shown the first time, and of course it was a ball this time, bunted, and I don't know if the bunt's going to work too well today with the wind coming back, Brad, but that one was dribbled foul.
Yeah, now that he's done it once, typically you don't see it happen a second time when he's trying to bunt for a base hit, and even more so now that Brua has crept in, he's even with the grass there.
It's going to be just inside and off the plate for ball number 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike, no outs here. It's again top of the third, brought to you by Robert Hoffman Realty. Pitch from Wackles. That's going to be tipped foul back over towards the Jordan dugout. So evens the count at 2-2. McGill over there joking around with the Jordan coach. And here we go. Wackles is going to throw the 2-2 pitch. That's a swing and a miss for strike number 3. And correct me if I'm wrong, Caldy, that's the second strikeout for Wackles today.
Yeah, it'd be the third strikeout.
Oh, third. That's why you had to correct me. I was wrong.
Another breaking pitch there with when Wackles gets ahead of 2 strikes. Just, slows it down a little bit, breaks in the lower part of the zone, and Hubman are swinging over the top of it.
Aiden Davenport, number 6, playing first base, is up.
So we're going to miss for strike number 1.
Looking at that similar approach, he had the base hit to start the game, and it was on the first pitch there, and Wackles pulled the string on that through the breaking pitch, and he swung over the top of it.
Comes the 0-1 pitch. Inside corner for strike number 2. So Wackles ahead here, 0-2.
That was a nice breaking ball there by Wackles.
Very nice on the inner half.
Kind of locked up the batter a
lead
little
off
bit.
hitter up 0-2. Let's get this ball off the plate.
Yep.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Just missing the outside corner. We'll take it 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Good pitch there. You've seen it as these hitters have getting stronger, faster, and better. You know, that 0-2, you want them to swing at your pitch. You don't want to put it across the middle of the plate.
Just like that.
Yeah, and strikeout number 4 for Wackles. You didn't have to correct me there, Caldy.
You're all over it. I could just as well leave.
No.
Skinnis has already hinted that he'd like to see a few less
Different
people
company.
here.
Oh, I didn't say less people. I just said better.
No. Same difference. We could call in and refresh me. Mosh, if you're not busy, stop on down. They're looking for a bookkeeper here.
We don't want
96.
Please stay,
the guy we
Goldie.
know.
Please stay.
And the first pitch here going to be to number 2. And not sure where that one missed, but...
Breaking pitch is really giving the Hubman troubles here through 2 innings and change.
As Wackles just threw his 40th pitch. That one's going to be hit over towards the shortstop. Yost throws to first to McGill in time for out number 3. So a quick 1, 2, 3 for your Tigers as we're going to head into the bottom of the third. Once again, the third inning brought to you by Robert Hoffman Realty. And if you're looking to buy or sell your home, go ahead and get a hold of the experts there at Robert Hoffman Realty. They're located at 223 East William Street here in Albert Lea. And Robert Hoffman Realty was chosen as the Albert Lea Tribune Reader's Choice Award winner multiple years in a row. And you can go ahead and stop in and see them, or go check out roberthoffmanrealty.com. Whether you're looking to buy, sell your home, business, or maybe you need some property management. That's Robert Hoffman Realty here in Albert Lea. 41 pitches for Wackles and 22, so we'll have to see the 23rd pitch here from the Jordan pitcher here just momentarily. Wackles, like you said, Brad, really working that breaking ball today.
He is, yep, and he's throwing it well. He's locating it well, and he's getting ahead with the fastball. Not just the fastball, really mixing the pitches in, but but he gets in that 2-strike position, and it's been almost exclusively the breaking pitch. And you know, you work through you're through the lineup one time, and that's the way you've gone. Well, sometimes you flip the script and go the other direction, but as much as they've struggled too, sometimes you make them prove that they can do something different with that pitch, and so far they haven't done so. And you know, the Tigers haven't had a base runner yet, and so I'd like to get somebody on early in this inning and have him working out of the stretch and see if he's as effective as he is with a runner on base.
Of course, here at the ball field, maybe you're on your way. Come on out, say hi. I just put in some sunflower seeds. They have a lot of different new sunflower seeds out here today, or this year, and one of them is sour cream and onion, and woo! That's dangy.
Dangy?
Dangy.
I'm learning new words today.
Language according to DJ.
Tigers is third baseman number 21, Zayden Brewer.
Third baseman number 21, Zayden Brewer, going to start us off here, the bottom of the third inning.
Of course, Brewer, big news over the weekend, tendered again with the Rochester Grizzlies junior hockey team.
Zayden is a busy man.
He is. Here comes the first pitch. And that one's going to be...
strike one, I believe.
The lower part of the plate.
I like this umpire. This umpire's not afraid to bark out a little command for a strike. I appreciate that.
0-1.
There he goes, right back to it. A couple of strikes. First one on the inner half, second one on the outer half. He's got Zayden in an 0-2 hole here.
Jordan playing average infield. Outfield, I don't even think they're, I'd say 30 feet, except for the left fielder, just behind the grass.
Yeah, they're shallow, and I like that approach too.
Brewer turns on that one. That one's going to be hit out to left field, but the wind going to push it over to the left.
You had him moving.
Yeah, he did. The left fielder was sitting there, and all of a sudden, that ball started floating to the left with that wind. But unfortunately, he did catch it, so out number 1.
Left fielder, number 18, Easton Shuey. Left-handed batter.
And we talked about this win last week, and Coach Henderson said it shouldn't affect the Tigers too much because of how they will pull the ball and keep it down low. Like right there, that one's hit towards the second baseman. And a close play, but that is going to be out number 2.
A little bit too lethargic there. That second baseman took a little bit too much time there, and it almost cost him.
Yeah, Easton can definitely move down the line, so he's got a little giddy up.
We talk about that pitch count. We're a whopping 5 pitches in. That was not a surprise to anybody that follows Albertley baseball, but that was a 1-pitch at bat by Easton.
Ethan Steeler, number 11, the right fielder, our number 9 hitter.
Take inside for ball number 1.
Ethan's had a pretty solid start to the season. I believe in both of the home games that we've done this far. I believe he's had 2 hits in each of the games.
I believe you are correct.
I'm not even going to try to correct you on that. That one's hit out towards left. Will it stay fair? It will not.
He must have been listening to what Brad was saying earlier. The crystal ball came out there.
Right? Yeah. No, he pulled his hands in on that one, but wasn't able to keep it fair. Hardest hit ball probably the Tigers have had. Maybe that and McGill's long fly ball to center field.
He's definitely wishing that would have caught the line. That's for sure. He was at first base.
Well, 1 ball, 1 strike here. Take that for strike 2.
He's just humming. He's there and he's back on that last pitch. You know, Preston ran it out until he realized it was foul. Pitcher had the ball on the mound and was waiting while Preston's still jogging back to the mound.
That one's going to be tipped foul out of play. Not sure. It looks like it did stay in the inside the gates. And here's the 1-2. Now it's going to be a dribbler fouled towards the Tiger dugout there in third base. Still 1-2. And then that one's going to be popped up towards
The shortstop,
Yeah.
it looks like.
The wind keeping that one in.
Lewis makes that catch
And
for
the
third
Tigers
out.
will go down 1-2-3 again.
Retired in order, and after
It is still 0-0 on your Bayview Freeborn Funeral Information Service scoreboard. Once again, that third inning was brought to you by Robert Hoffman Realty. We'll be right back here with more Power 96 live coverage of Albert Lee Tiger baseball from the Americana Insurance Press Box.
Trust the caring professionals at Star Granite Works when it comes to remembering your loved one. Star Granite Works serves the southern Minnesota and northern Iowa area. Star Granite Works offers a wide selection of monuments, granite and bronze markers, plaques, granite benches, and veteran memorials. Trust Albert Lee's only full-service monument shop and the caring professionals at Star Granite to honor in stone the legacy of your loved one forever. Star Granite Works Memorials with innovation and distinction located on South Broadway in Albert Lee.
Hey, it's Charlie at Shell Rapid Lube. You're listening to Power 96. Thanks for keeping it local.
And we're back here again. The wind has not slowed down at all here at Hike Field. I don't even know what the real feel is, but it's cold. As Brad looks at his phone. You guys at least can put your hand. Well, Caldy can. I guess occasionally he can when he's not doing book. But of course, I'm holding a mic here and pulling my best Corey Provis.
The weather app says 62 feels like 50.
Well, makes sense.
I beg to differ. It's not too bad. It's not terrible out here, but it feels a little bit cooler than 50. But
there's definitely a chill in the air. But
we
nothing we haven't handled.
With where we're located here, we will very rarely get to sit in the sun until at least June or July, and at that point, you'll be doing express games and mocking me, and I'll be in the sun. And if the weather's not pleasant, I'll be hiding in the dugout.
There it is. You heard it here first.
Although I would like an earpiece. I'd like to do it in-game interviews.
We should do that.
We can work on that.
We're going to need a dump button in case things aren't going well.
We don't have that here on the road.
Dave will be in the studio early in the morning making cuts. There's a swing and a miss.
Who is up to the bat here, Caldy?
Lamuska. Number 25, the catcher, Joey.
Good curveball there by Wackles to start this batter off. I believe he got him looking on the strikeout.
You are
the breaking
correct.
Pitch in this first at bat.
That's a swing and a miss.
And he's way ahead of him already.
This is one of those two straight breaking pitches and two, I would say, to put it politely, two questionable swings. I'm not throwing this guy a fastball. We'll throw you another one and see what happens. Can still be off the plate, but
seems to like that low pitch.
Just missing.
That was a great pitch.
Yeah,
by Wackles.
It's a great pitcher's pitch. It was
low and outside.
Slightly below the knees with the fastball there.
It was the 1-2. Inside.
Brecken doing a nice job of moving the ball around. 2-2 is the count. Nobody out.
Who stole my water?
I believe it rolled away, David.
Oh, darn it. I'll have to get a Diet Dew here now. No, that's yours. I'll have to get a Diet Dew. That's going to be inside as well. Takes it to a full count.
Well, let's see if we can get him on a breaking ball.
That's what I'd come back with.
I mean, I'd hate to tell a guy how to pitch, but and since he can't hear us, we're really not telling him anything.
Here comes the 3-2 pitch.
That's in there. The batter looked as if he was questioning the call, but that was slightly above the knees. It looked like, from our vantage point, looked like it split the plate. So good pitch. Brecken worked ahead 0-2 there, then took it full and finishes the at bat.
Jaden Verkaniken, number 12, the third baseman. He popped up to San Miguel last time.
Checked his swing there. I don't think he went. We'll see if they try to appeal for first base. And he is going to appeal.
Yep.
Not going to get it.
Of course, the fourth inning is brought to you by the Albert Lee Convention and Visitors Bureau. We'll talk more about them here in just a bit.
One ball, no strikes. One out.
That's in there for strike one. So one's across the board. Yeah, that real feel of 50, I don't think it's true. My fingertips are turning blue. Should have brought my gloves. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Oh, just missing high and inside.
Little late break on that one.
I'm blaming the wind. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Still 0-0 on your Bayview Freeborn Funeral Cremation Service scoreboard. Comes the 2-1 pitch. It's going to be low. Takes it to a 3-1 count. Of course, Jordan, the only one with hits so far here in this game. Just 2 hits.
Had 2 hits, only 1 error. I believe the Tigers have the 1 error, and nothing for Jordan thus far.
And now it's going to be hit. Actually, it's going to be Brua will pick it up.
Nice
play.
play.
The first in time for out number 2.
A little 2-hopper there, and Brua cut in front of you as that third baseman as that third baseman is supposed to do. If the third baseman can get to that, he's supposed to take that ball as his momentum is carrying him towards first base, whereas the shortstop's coming in on a ball like that is not. So nice job there by Brua.
Sam Lewis, number 13, the shortstop, is up. Grounded out to Brua last time up.
Maybe just a little bit high there for ball 1.
This is Sam, right, you said?
Yes.
I believe his dad is Jerry.
Could be. I'm not going to correct you because
you might be onto something here. Right?
It's definitely either Jerry or Carl.
And
yeah,
it wouldn't surprise me. Here comes the 1-1 pitch with 2 outs.
Well, could be.
Here's Waggle's 55th pitch. That's going to be hit over towards Yost. Yost will pick it up, throw it to first in time with a nice reach by McGill for out number 3. So Jordan goes down 1, 2, 3 here in the top of the 4th. Like I said, the 4th inning is brought to you by the Elberly Convention and Visitors Bureau. Let's hear more about them. And once again, you're listening to Power 96 live coverage here on the Americana Insurance Press Box.
Hey, it's Conrad from the Albert Lee CVB, here to remind you of the Big Freeze happening Saturday, February 14th.
Well, that's not the correct one. What was that? Sure. Here,
no thanks, bud.
I evidently put in the wrong CVB one. But hey, I tell you what, there's a lot going on. Of course, the Big Freeze is already gone.
Well, it's kind of back today. Our fingers are feeling that, but.
But, of course, Conrad and his staff doing a great job there at the Convention and Visitors Bureau. And they're going to remind you to go take a time out to check out explorealbertlee.com, where there you can find everything happening around the local area. And also go to exploreminnesota.com to see everything that's going on throughout this great hey, thank you, Mr. Skinnis. This great state of ours here in Minnesota, as it's called.
Didn't correct me if I'm wrong, Dave, but I believe they just got done with that little polka gathering out at the pavilion at Edgewater.
Last Thursday they had that going on, and a whole bunch more events. Of course, Wind Down Wednesday will be coming up here now in June. Plus they have...
No, they won't. They're all going to be rained out.
Of course, a little different this year with Wind Down Wednesday. It's no longer going to be an all-day event. It's going to be now from 3 o'clock until 8 o'clock, so just 5 hours. So we'll see how that goes here this year. Once again, ever-changing. Back here again, bottom of the 4th. Who we got leading off here, Caldy?
We got number 13, center fielder Cooper Kermis.
Rolling the top of the order over. Second time seeing the pitcher here, and Coop had a nice line drive. The center fielder made a diving catch, stole a base hit on, and that first swing there, Coop let it rip and foul tipped it.
It's going to be inside for ball 1.
The center fielder, when Cooper came up, adjusted from moving. It was playing about 20 feet over into right field, and he adjusted to go straight behind second base.
Another swing and a miss as Cooper just misses that one.
If we could play the wind right, that right fielder, not only is he shallow, but he's shaded well into right field. There's a huge gap in right center field.
Yes, there is.
That's going to be inside for 2 balls, 2 strikes, no out here. It's again bottom of the 4th, brought to you by the Albert Lee CVB. Comes a 2-2 pitch, and that one just timed a little bit off and got underneath it.
I believe they consider it a jinx if you talk about a no-hitter or a perfect game. Well, it's not our pitcher, so
Yeah,
their
there we go.
pitcher's got a no-hitter and a perfect game going right now.
He does.
Here's the 2-2 again. And that one's way inside as Kermis gets off the plate. Takes it to a full count.
Jordan's pitcher is going to be throwing his 40th pitch.
Kermis will hit that one. It's going to stay fair.
Foul ball.
He did call foul?
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate because that would have been the first base hit here for the Tigers today.
Yeah, our first base runner. Can't think of a better guy to have on than Cooper.
I was looking to see if Jordan was maybe using one of those monitors where they had the earpieces, but I can't really tell. Here's the full count again. And that one's going to be hit.
Right where that right fielder was playing.
Right fielder has to move.
Actually, the wind, look at the flag now. Flag just briefly was blowing towards the right field line, and as I said that, it's now switched.
Yep. First out here for the Tigers.
We have number 2, shortstop, Leighton Yost. Flew out to the center fielder last time up.
Yeah, the wind here is it's crazy. It's tough to adjust. But Yost will hit that. That one goes towards the third baseman. Gonna not be fielded cleanly.
Well, there goes the perfect game now. He's still got a no-hitter, so we'll continue to jinx that.
Yes.
That'll be an error on the third baseman, Caldy.
You are correct.
They've been...
I really wanted to hit.
Next up, number
But we have a
7,
base
Nate
runner.
Barkley.
Nate Barkley is due up.
I know you're able to get some footage now where previously there wasn't much access to video for baseball games and whatnot, but now with Game Changer and the broadcast like what we do here, you are able to get some footage. And I've been watching the Jordan coach, and he is adjusting his outfield batter by batter and positioning. And when I'm watching to see who's batting for Albert Lee and what he's doing, like it makes sense what he's doing here. It's not just a random, like when Easton Shuey batted in the first inning, even though he ended up hitting a ground ball to the first baseman. Easton likes to go to left field and left center quite a bit, and he shifted his left fielder into left center a little bit, and there with Barclay up too, even with the strong wind, he backed his right fielder up about 5 or 6 steps.
Yeah, he did.
One's across the board, and we had a runner. Leighton advanced to second base.
And that one's going to be hit along the first baseline, but just foul.
Nate liked that pitch. He was all over it.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. And we've seen Barclay actually pull 2 to the left. And now's a good time to do that because that gap now went from right center to left center. Here's the 1-2. And that one's going to be popped up out of play again. And that one's going right towards... Oh, almost hit a car as it was driving. That'd have been worth 20 points. Could you imagine driving by a ball field and all of a sudden, yeah, all of a sudden, ball comes through your windshield as you're driving? Oh, that'd be scary. So 1-2 still. As Yost playing a little tag out there, and that one's going to be foul again. Not quite as out there. Once
really
again.
no big deal that Dave was disappointed that it didn't crack somebody's windshield and cause a car accident as they're driving by.
Beth says that would go on her insurance. I never thought about that. That's correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe I don't want him to hit a windshield then. Here comes a 1-2 pitch. Throw back over to second. Not going to be in time.
I thought that ball was directly off of Leighton. Leighton stopped that ball from getting into the outfield.
Right on
the hip, it looks like.
Yeah.
Need a little wind here.
Be nice. I'm breaking a sweat.
Comes the 1-2.
There
and that one is hit right towards the
ooh.
shortstop. Throw to first will be in time.
Yost got away with one there. He took off for third base there, and with how hard that ball was hit, he was right in front of the shortstop. Shortstop elected to go to first base.
All right, so we have our first baseman, number 26, Sam Miguel. Has a little smirk on his face as his father yells down some cheering.
Yeah, of course, little fan crowd, fan club he's got here. Here comes the first pitch to Miguel.
It's a little cold out here, as we've told you numerous times, but yet we have the younger generation in their shorts sitting in the stands.
Yeah, actually sounded like criticism from Sam's dad. Clint is quite the hard man to deal with, very negative towards his children.
And Miguel's going to hit that one.
Got it through.
He'll drive in the first run of the day for the Tigers. Tigers take a 1-0 lead on that base hit from Miguel.
Be the first hit of the day.
Yep. So 1-0 here on your Bayview Freeborn Funeral Cremation Service scoreboard in favor of your Tigers.
Catcher number 20.
Literally, as I opened up my pop, that all happened, and you must have shaken that. It went all over me a little bit.
Catcher Graham Goskeson, number 20, now batting.
I plead the fifth.
Just because he dropped it, kicked it twice.
It was the wind.
Inside.
Don't judge.
Ball one. And catcher doing a good job there, getting up right away and looking back over to first.
Sam's taking about 8-foot lead, about 1.5 leg stretches for him. So
yeah. And throw back to first, not in time.
As he falls down and his hand touches first place. We like to give Sam a hard time just because of his height. We say he's 7 foot tall on skates.
Yeah.
He might even be 8 foot tall on skates, but
there's the 1-0 pitch. And that one's going to be dribbler will get up towards second, and he's going to touch the base. Tigers will strand one, but they're going to get the first run of the day here to take a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the fourth. Second fourth inning was brought to you by, just choked on a seed, was brought to you by the Convention and Visitors Bureau. We're going to take a quick pause here for station identification, and then let's see if the weather warmed up at all, huh?
Power 96, the very best in classic rock. 96.1 KQPR FM, Albert Lee, Minnesota.
Here's your Power 96 weather update. Lows will blow around 44 tonight under partly cloudy skies. Winds out of the south 8 to 15 miles per hour. Daytime highs approaching 77 tomorrow. Ample sunshine expected. Lows around 47 tomorrow night. Clear skies. Mainly sunny Wednesday with highs around 80. 72 storms likely Thursday. And that's your Power 96 weather update. I'm meteorologist Laura Lockwood. Right now it's 62 degrees.
This is Big J25. You're listening to Power 96. Thank you for keeping it local.
Thank you, Big J. And as soon as it did that, the wind got even stronger. 120-mile-per-hour winds here is what it feels like here at the ballpark. I mean, good thing I weigh a little more than 100 pounds. Otherwise, I'd be like rolling over right now with all this wind.
And none of us want to see that.
Fifth inning is going to be brought to you by Etc. Tanning and Clothing there in the Skyline Plaza. Hey, I tell you what, if you need some new Tiger clothing, maybe you need to get tanned, go see Jody and her staff there at Etc. Tanning and Clothing. With multiple tanning options and a wide variety of unique clothing options, Etc. has you covered. Visit them in the Skyline Plaza or give them a call at 507-377-8267 to schedule your next visit. Of course, they're probably really busy. Of course, prom is this weekend. So please be safe for everyone out there this weekend.
Are you going again?
No, I was not asked. We, you know, as Brad was pop out. Yeah,
You're
no,
not choking on my beverage.
I unfortunately was not asked, so.
It was a question before the game started if you were still in high school or not. So.
Well, I might look. No, I don't even. I look like I'm 90.
Evan Fisher, number 15, the DH, is leading Jordan off this inning. the top of 5.
And Tigers did a good job there getting to that pitcher. That'll be bunted. And,
nice bunt.
yep,
Very
Smith,
nice bunt.
Wackles goes and picks it up.
Got him.
Throws to McGill. McGill. He's going to be hurting as that was a huge stretch. Basically did the splits. And that's going to be out number 1.
Left fielder number 5, Brock Lucas, is up.
That bump was right in front of home plate there, just barely into the grass, but good wheels there, and Brecken came into field, and he had to be quick and precise on that throw. It was a bang-bang play at first.
Strike 1 here.
Brock had a base hit last time out.
Tigers got that first run of the game last inning, but both pitchers are still very much in control here. 3 combined hits, and both pitchers under 60 pitches at this point on their pitch counts heading into the 5th inning.
Ball's popped up out of play.
Yeah, last inning, speaking about the pitchers there, Brad, was the worst inning for the Jordan pitcher, and he pitched 19 pitches. So,
yeah.
He kind of evened up the pitch count a little bit. And here comes the 0-2 pitch from Wackles. Just missing maybe outside by a quarter of an inch.
I don't think he missed. I think he froze the umpire there literally because the batter took one step towards the dugout when he took the pitch and stepped back. And
1-2, that's going to be a dribbler towards the third base dugout.
Fought that breaking pitch off. He almost pulled that out of Goskison's glove there. That was how defensive of a swing. Good job by him, though, to get another pitch.
That was the 1-2 as the wind blowing directly at us again. Had some shivering. Here comes the 1-2. Ooh, just outside. Now, maybe a little more outside than I thought. But Goskison doing a good job keeping that in front of him there.
Sounded like Bob Uecker there a little bit. Just a bit
outside. A little bit outside. Here comes the 2-2. You know, I've been called the Bob Uecker of my time. And that was going to be popped up.
Look at that wind, though.
Yeah.
That wind actually pushed it. Like, I don't understand how we look at that flag and how the wind didn't push that back fair. Not only fair, but back towards Steeler as he was running in attempting to catch that ball.
So 2-2 still here. 1 out. Top of the 5th. Tigers lead 1-0. And here comes the 2-2 pitch from Wackles. Down low in the dirt. He'll take it to a full count. I mean, I think I sound a lot like Bob Uecker. Don't you? No comment?
Well,
from either of you?
You know,
I was thinking looks more like Bob Uecker.
Bob Uecker had that radio
inside.
face.
Ball 4. Where were we at, Caldy? And someone said that they had a face for radio, and we were like, that's why we're on the radio.
Coach Yost came over and made that comment to me this afternoon. He stepped over and goes, hey, I just realized you have the perfect face for radio.
Runner on first for Jordan here. And going to take a good-sized lead.
I wonder if Jordan will try and maybe get a running game going, try to get that tying run in scoring position with only 1 out.
Inside.
There it is again, the delayed steal, and it worked.
Oh, it just bounced to the left of the runner.
It's the second time that the Hubmen have done that. They get a good secondary lead there, and then as the catcher, almost as the catcher is ready to throw the ball back to the pitcher, they take off for second base, essentially causing a little bit of a double take by the catcher, and then everything's got to be absolutely bang bang. And assistant coach Corton is out on the mound now talking with the entire infield here, and I think he might be addressing that delayed steal and the fact that that's happened twice more so than anything else at this point.
Of course, Coach Klott not here tonight. He's over at the school board meeting. I know school board has to make a lot of decisions. I would not want to be one of them right now. Of course, Albert Lee with looking at making $2 million in cuts. So, of course, that's been some big news topics lately.
A lot of contention within the school district right now.
You know, we were talking about that too. Even Austin has to cut $4 million out. You know, just it's crazy. Here comes the 1-0 pitch as Wackles sends it in. That one's going to be hit in the gap.
It's going to be a base hit.
Right.
Steeler playing shallow, but he bobbled the ball. It's going to give the opportunity to score. But the third base coach did a fantastic job of holding the runner as Steeler recovered quickly and then threw an absolute dime to Goskeson at the plate.
Yeah, I was hoping he was going to come because that would have been a really close play, and I think it would have went in favor of the Tigers. But runners now on the corners.
Now I would be absolutely surprised if Jordan doesn't once again utilize that delayed steal, being that they're using it in situations where it's just a runner on first. Now here's an opportunity to where if Albert Lee tries to get cute or doesn't execute properly, the Hubman could tie it up. So want to be careful with what you're doing here.
As Wackles looks in, checks over at first, sets, and here's the pitch. And that is going to be a steal, but they just throw it down to the cutoff man.
Yep. They threw just to the second baseman. Preston Smith came in. He's probably 10 feet into the grass, and they just threw it down to him to check on the runner at third base.
Yep, and the Hubman did, I don't know whether they had any plan at all, but they certainly did not bite on that. And now it's a situation where a ball in play past the pitcher more than likely ties this game up. McGill's at normal depth at first base, and Brew is about even with the base. And it looks like it's a safety squeeze, and it's worked to perfection.
Yep, and one run will come in. It'll be 2 outs for Jordan, but they're going to tie this game up here.
Wasn't the suicide squeeze there. He laid the bunt down, and base runner realized that the bunt was successful. Wackles immediately fielded the ball and opted not to look at home and went straight to first base there and took the out, and the Hubman tied up.
Leadoff batter, first baseman, number 6, Aiden Davenport is up.
Runner on third for Jordan.
The definition of small ball here for the Hubman this inning. They get that leadoff guy on, or no, not leadoff guy, and got him on with 1 out. And
that's going to be hit out. Kermis is going to go ahead.
Communicate, guys.
Oh, they did not communicate, but they still grabbed it as Shuey come in.
Shuey makes the catch. A little bit of contact between him and Kermis. Kermis a little frustrated there, and also a little slow as he's coming in off the field.
Hopefully, I know he's dealt with some leg issues there. But yeah, Jordan ties this up here in the top of the 5th. Once again, the 5th inning was brought to you by Etc. Tanning and Clothing. And let's hear some more from our sponsors here on Power 96 live coverage of Albert Lee Tiger baseball here from the Americana Insurance Press Box.
The early bird gets the worm. Austin Bruins early bird season ticket pricing is available now over at tickets.austinbruins.com. Lock in your season tickets for the 2026-2027 season and get exclusive perks like a reserved seat sticker for every Bruins home game, tickets to paint the rink pink, and up to $70 in savings when you lock in your early bird season ticket pricing. Questions? Head over to austinbruins.com under the season ticket tab, fill out the interest form, and we'll reach out to you.
Hey, this is Ron Hunter, Operations Manager here at Power 96 and host of the Ron Hunter Radio Showgram. Thank you for keeping it local.
Thank you, Ron. And, of course, there he's over coaching, I believe it's 8th grade ball over there at the Hammer Complex. And, of course, his son, Felix, turning 14 today. So happy birthday.
Big birthday.
Yeah, Felix. Felix, of course, he likes hanging out with us here occasionally in the sports side. He'll run the camera for us.
Elderly Hockey Day, wasn't it?
Yeah, Elderly Hockey Day. He's done a couple of times.
Almost got plugged by a puck.
Twice.
Yeah.
It was twice this year he almost got hit. So he's got a couple of souvenirs from his time here with the Power 96 Sports. All right, bottom of the 5th, once again brought to you by Etc. Tanning and Clothing. Who do we got, Caldy?
We have second baseman, number 15, Preston Smith. Preston grounded out to the second baseman last time up.
69 pitches for Wackles so far here through 5. And that first pitch to Smith is going to be low for ball one.
Little low there. The Tigers jumped in with that first run in the bottom of the fourth, and the Hubman came right back in the fifth. So let's see if the Tigers can come back and get one here.
Little dribbler. Catcher goes up.
No, foul ball.
It went off his ankle, so it's coming back.
Good communication there between the umpires. The first base umpire jumped out on that one pretty quickly and called that a foul ball. It's not an easy thing for the home plate umpire to necessarily see, being shielded by the catcher and the batter both. And Smith didn't give the indication that it was off of him. Just did a good job getting out of the box and running down the first baseline until the umpires make that call.
As the wind goes to 200 miles an hour now. That pitch does freeze him.
Yeah,
strike number 2.
Took a little bit more off of that breaking pitch than we've seen. That was a little bit slower there.
Yeah, kind of froze.
1 and 2 is the count. There's no outs.
Outside.
Just a bit outside.
Good pitch there, just off the outside part of the plate. And a good take by Smith here as he battles and gets the count at 2s.
That's going to be inside, takes it to a full count. Of course, there are no outs. They do show 2. Unfortunately, that is not correct.
Great call out, Dave.
there they just fixed it.
Since our leadoff batter's on, up.
Thank you. Low pitch there, but called a strike. So Smith goes down on strikes.
This will be the first strikeout for the Jordan pitcher. Now batting third baseman, number 21, Zayden Brua.
It's the pitch you want as the pitcher, and it's the pitch you don't want with the hitter there. It was that, or maybe just a little bit below the knees.
Brua gets a hold of that one, but unfortunately the wind does not play enough havoc as out in center field for out number 2.
Brua's second plate appearance there, real solid contact on both of them, but up into the air with both the bats, and in this wind, that's all she wrote.
Yes. Left fielder number 18, Easton Shuey, grounded out to the second baseman last time up.
On the first pitch.
Let's see how many pitches he'll take
first
here.
Pitch.
And he takes that one. That one goes to the second baseman again.
It's ironic.
Yep.
Throw to first for out number 3. So Tigers go down 1-2-3. It's a tied ball game still here as 5 is completed. It's 1-1 on your Bayview Freeborn Funeral Cremation Service scoreboard. We're going to take a quick pause here, and we'll be back with more from the Americana Insurance Press Box. Live coverage of Albert Lea Tigers.
Hi, this is Adam, owner of Gutters by GT. Gutters by GT is a local family-owned and operated business that has proudly served the Albert Lea area since 2012. We have won the trust of local homeowners by providing reliable service, adding leak protection to existing gutters and new gutter installation. We are also a proud sponsor of Albert Lea Sports. Call me today at 507-402-5541 or visit guttersbygt.com for a free estimate today. Don't forget to listen or watch local sports on Power 96, proudly brought to you by Gutters by GT.
Save more at Hy-Vee. Earn fuel saver rewards on over 1,000 items at your Albert Lea Hy-Vee with your Hy-Vee Perks card. Don't have a card? Sign up today. It's free. Go to Hy-Vee.com/perks.
And back here again from the Americana Insurance Press Box, it's Power 96 live coverage of Albert Lea Tiger baseball as we tell you what, it's kind of been kind of a pitching duel here. 69 pitches for Wackles and 60 for the Jordan pitcher, and it's 1-1 as we head into the top of the 6th. 6th inning is brought to you by GT Window and Doors and Gutters by GT. We'll go through all of our sports boosters here on our next break. I was trying to see if I had gotten any texts from our reporters out in the streets, but nothing as of yet on some of the other games that are happening. Once again, girls are over in Stewartville tonight.
The 6th inning for the Hubman is number 2, Griff Damon.
The pitcher, number 2, Griff Damon, is up. He is 0 for 2 today.
And there for strike number 1. I'd really like to see Wackles get out of this here real quick.
A good curveball right at the knees there to start this batter off.
So here comes the 0-1. just missing high. Takes it to a 1-1 count. That was Wackel's 71st pitch here of the game.
Be nice if the wind would pick up a little bit.
That's going to be low and in the dirt for ball 2. Yeah, there's no wind here at all, is there?
No.
I did just confirm the pitch count rules. Over 75 pitches would be 3 days of rest. So essentially, as Brecken takes the mound for this inning, that's going to make him ineligible for Thursday's game on the mound.
And that one's going to be tipped foul.
2-2, no outs.
I think Ron did message JV was down 4-2 in the 5th. 9A was winning 5-3 in the 4th. 6-3 now for the 9As is what's the last one it had. And the JV had tied it to 4th, or tied it at 4 in the 5th, as that one's out of play.
Out of play.
Over by Jordan's bullpen.
Close game across all 3 levels then today.
Mm-hmm.
2-2 the count. Nobody out as Brecken settles in to deliver the pitch.
As the dogs are out and the neighbors. And that one's going to be dribbled over toe. Just a bad bounce for Brua as it bounced down below. And that's going to be a runner now for Jordan. How are you going to score that one, Caldy?
It's a hit.
Okay.
I was going to say if that's not a hit, then the Tigers don't have a hit because you got to take McGill's away then.
Correct. And we're leaving Big Sam McGill's hit on there. So.
Yeah, I would not want to get on McGill's bad side.
No. 7 foot tall, bulletproof, skates. It's deadly for all of us.
So here comes Wackles. And that one's going to be hit towards Brua. Brua throws it to second. Out number 1. Throw over to first.
Good scoop over there.
Out number 2.
They got a Tigers twin killing there.
Round the horn, the 5-4-3 double play. Brua to Smith to McGill, and McGill, I believe that's the 3rd ball he's pulled out of the dirt today over there at first, and that's,
There's even dirt over there with this wind.
You expect it. You rely on your first baseman to be able to not save you all the time, but save you as much as they can. And Sam has done a great job of that today.
Dribbler, and Brua picks it up, throws it to first in time for out number 3. So there we go. Fans here excited after that double play. So it's still 1-1 as we're going to head to the bottom of the 6th. Once again, the 6th inning was brought to you by GT Window and Doors and Gutters by GT. 6:21 here in Albert Lee. And let's go ahead and hear more from our sponsors here on Power 96, like our sports boosters. Of course, with our sports boosters, we won't be able to do what we do, and that's bring you live local sports on local radio. Of course, we have Americana Insurance, Bayview Freeborn Funeral Home, Southern Minnesota Branding, On the Spot Appliance, Arcadian Bank, Star Granite Works, GT Window and Door and Gutters by GT, the Austin Bruins, Alpha Orthodontics, Robert Hoffman Realty, Trades and Labor Federal Credit Union, Thompson Sanitation, Young Construction and Roofing, Nick's Meats in Hayward, South Main Auto Service in Austin, Freeborn County Solid Waste, North Star Power Sports and Marine, the Community Foot Clinic, Overhead Door Company, Albert Lee Convention and Visitors Bureau, P&L Excavating and Complete Septic Systems, Derek's Preferred Auto in Blooming Prairie, Liberty Extreme Car Wash and Detailing, Jensen Heating, Plumbing and Air Conditioning in Geneva, Shell Rapid Lube, Hanson Tire Service of Austin, etc. Credit Union, Marthaler Honda in Owatonna, Design Ready Controls, Hy-Vee in Albert Lee, Jake's Pizza, Wasika Ink and Arrow Printing, and Ernie's Canvas. Thank you, of course, to all of our sports boosters. Make sure you go and thank them. And because without support of our local businesses, we would not be able to bring you local sports on local radio.
Lead off for the Tigers, the right fielder, number 11, Ethan Steeler.
So 1-1 game here. 4 hits for Jordan and 1 for Albert Lee.
Bottom of the 6th.
Steeler. Strike 1 called.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with the fans on that one. That was kind of low.
Yeah, it was a little low.
But I'm not the umpire.
No, we don't know what he's seeing there.
No.
And Steeler will turn on that one. That one's going to be hit out towards left field. See if the wind plays a little havoc. It did. It shot him over to the left. But the left fielder will make out number 1.
All right, Cooper Kermis, number 13, center fielder. Our leadoff batter for the Tigers is 0 for 2 today.
Looks like he's walking pretty good there. Brad?
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be having any ill effects on that. A little bit of collision with Shuey out in the left center gap.
Wow.
Just a bit outside there.
Kermis was about ready to tag that, and he held off right at the nick of time. So it's a 1-0 count with 1 out here. 63 pitches so far for the Jordan pitcher. And that one's going to be outside. Takes it to a 2-0 count. Two balls, no strikes, 1 out. Pitcher set. Here's the pitch. That's going to be inside. Takes it to a 3-0 count. Green light?
Nope.
No.
Not in this situation at this point in the game.
Oh, that would have been. He wants another pitch just like that one.
Tigers want Coop to get on any which way possible, and then at that point, I would imagine they're going to try to utilize his speed if he gets on base to
That's going to be
steal
a dribbler
base.
over towards the third baseman. Gets just off his glove, and the shortstop cannot get it. And Tigers have a runner on first with 1 out. Hit.
We'll give him a hit. Yeah, we'll give him the hit.
That's awful hometown friendly.
Oh, they did. They even on the scoreboard they gave it.
If I was scoring, the Tigers would not have a hit today.
I wasn't going to give him a hit, but I'm like, I'm not going to get yelled at by Skinnis by taking away other people's hits. Come on now. All right, we have a base runner on.
Oh, Yost with a big cut there. Swing and a miss for strike number 1.
When I used to do the book for when I was coaching, if I expected my fielders to make the play, that was how I dictated how I scored it.
Right.
No
Got
balls,
about
1 strike.
10-foot lead. Pitcher threw it back over to first base. Kermis had plenty of time to get back.
Hasn't been exactly the most effective day for the Tigers hitting the ball. We've hit a few balls hard, and they've been in the air, but trying to keep Coop close, but I'd be trying to get him in a scoring position with less than 2 outs.
And that one's going to be a dribbler back towards the pitcher. Pitcher throws it to first for the force out there.
Thankfully, he bobbled that there. Otherwise, that could have been a double play there. It was one hopper right back to the pitcher there.
And they are going to look at the pitcher here. Not sure where it hit him exactly, but he is in pain.
It looked like it hit him in the thigh. Or maybe
a little higher.
Not.
Or
could be a little higher.
Could be another situation on hand here. We're going to leave that one alone.
Sometimes that hurts.
There is that.
I know, just watching here, seeing the umpire and the coach are both laughing. So
yeah, they're laughing. The pitcher is most certainly not laughing.
Yeah.
And now this is another situation here. You don't want to get a base runner thrown out at second, but you've got good speed here. And you see how much that right fielder is backed up. I really want to try and get Leighton into scoring position here to where a base hit can give us the lead.
Right.
By the way, that little noise you hear from time to time, it is my teeth chattering. It's chilly.
I was just going to mention that I have to focus on keeping my hand straight when I'm doing my little scribble marks on the score book here.
There goes Yost.
And that's going to be popped out into center.
It's going to be a drop
Yost actually round second. And Yost will be down there. Runners on the corner with a base hit by Barclay out into center field.
Great piece of hitting there by Nate. He just went with the pitch, went right over second base, basically dropped about 5 feet in front of the center fielder. And Leighton was moving from first, so he made it all the way to third.
We're going to have a visit to the mound by the Hubman coach here, and this is an interesting situation to see what Coach Anderson is going to do, because he's always want to put the running game in effect, put the pressure on the defense, and try that first and third steal situation. At the same time, you want to be careful because you've got McGill and your four-hitter up at the plate. You don't want to potentially take the bat out of his hands with the go-ahead run at third base.
No.
Correct.
Chris McGill will be up to bat here. 71 pitches so far for the Jordan pitcher, 77 for Wackles. It's a 1-1 ball game. 4 hits for Jordan, 3 for the Tigers. And the mound visit is done. Of course, that was a timeout. Brought to you by the Albertley Convention and Visitors Bureau, where they remind you to go take a timeout and check out ExploreAlbertley.com as well as ExploreMinnesota.com.
All right. Well, after...
They're walking McGill intentionally, it looks like.
Yep, you are correct. So bases will be loaded for Goskeson.
And this goes back to the point I was making earlier about the positioning of their fielders by their coach and whatnot. He's certainly been watching some game film here.
Yes.
I mean, that's not a knock against Goskeson by any means, but if I'm a coach and I knew the situations,
yeah, and here they come shifting.
I would probably put McGill on as well. I mean, has the Hubman pitcher, does he have a walk today, Caldy, or no?
No, sir.
So the first pitch to Goskeson.
So his control has been very effective. I mean,
yes.
It's always a little bit of a situation when you put it into that point to where you could walk in the go-ahead run, but as we discuss how good his control has been, he pops strike one across to Goskeson.
Goes the 0-1 pitch. Goskeson turns on that one. That one will be a base hit.
That's a hit.
On just past the first baseman. 1-run score. 2 runs will score as he gets below the tag. And a huge RBI. 2 RBIs for Goskeson on that base hit. Takes it Tigers 3, the Hubman 1 on your Bayview Freeborn Funeral Cremation Service scoreboard. Talk about pulling, and there he did that. He just did that pull there. And wow, what a nice piece of hitting there by Goskeson.
I tell you what, it worked out to the Tigers' favor with the positioning of Jordan's defense. Just gave us a gigantic hole on that side of the team, and it just out of the reach of the first base.
Yeah, because that really wasn't all that far off of first base.
No.
It's a ball that with where McGill is positioned and whatnot, I would anticipate him being able to get to that ball, but he wasn't really even close to it.
No.
Runners on the corners for the Tigers.
There goes Rassler on the delayed steal.
It will be a delayed steal, and that gets past the second baseman, and that is enough for Sam McGill to get in. So runners will be at second, a runner at second, and 1 in. Takes it 4-1 Tiger lead on your Bayview Freeborn Funeral Cremation Service scoreboard.
And we have our second baseman, Preston Smith, up number 15. He is 0 for 2 today, but he's in a great position here. Just a little Preston line drive hit over second base would be a nice little added thing.
As he watches that one go over for strike 1.
Yeah.
You kind of doing a little Skinnis magic ball there?
Well, Preston likes to swing level, and he's usually a line drive hitter.
Here comes the 1-1 pitch. 2 outs. Runner on second. Tigers lead 4-1. Here's the pitch. And that one's going to be right back to the pitcher. He's going to walk that over. And
Jesus.
That was close. Not sure what all happened there.
The first baseman was very nonchalantly going to cover his own base, and at the same time, the pitcher who made a nice job of fielding it almost gave the impression that he was just going to take it all the way over to first base himself. So,
Tigers take a 4-1 lead, getting 3 across there in the bottom of the 6th. Once again, 6th inning was brought to you by GT Window and Door. We're going to be right back after more from our sponsors here on Power 96.
A smile that shines should be within reach for everyone. At Elf Orthodontics, we offer flexible financial arrangements customized just for you and your family. Choose a payment plan that fits your budget and get the beautiful smile you've always wanted. And ask how to use your HSA to make your confident smile even more affordable. Call 507-377-0222 today to schedule your complimentary consultation.
When was the last time you had one of Albert Lee's finest traditions? Whether you order at night or going for a quick slice at lunch, don't forget about Jake's Pizza.
Jake's Pizza.
Hey, this is Dave Nelson, Sports Director with Power 96. Thanks for keeping your radio dial local.
Yeah, that guy sounds great on the radio. Who, like a young Bob Uecker.
I was thinking of short Bob Uecker.
Leading it off for Jordan will be Sam Lewis, number 13, the shortstop.
Heading in the number 5 spot and leading off the top
I
of the
believe this is Smokin' Joe's son.
Sam Lewis.
It could just as well be.
Where are we at in the lineup, Caldy?
We're at number 5 hitter.
5 spot.
77 pitches for Wackles as he's going to lead off here now in the 7th with strike number 1.
Yeah, you know, our fans have questioned a few calls lower in the zone, but he's actually been relatively consistent in the lower part of the zone, almost like the opposite of our previous game where he was, at least through the first 5 innings, the previous umpire, he liked that upper part of the plate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yes, we did have a couple comments from ourselves.
Yeah, and you know
that.
what? Like we've said in the past, if you're consistent with it and you establish that strike zone as the umpire and the pitchers and the hitters are aware of it and they know where it's at, then that's where they have to make the adjustments to the umpire.
Popped out. It's a 1-2 count now here from Wackles. 7th inning is brought to you by Southern Minnesota Branding. Southern Minnesota Branding, of course, the official clothing provider of Power 96 Sports. And as I'm hiccuping there, goes to the 1-2.
Yeah, let's try to get the hiccups on control there, sir.
Good pitch.
Oh, that was a nice pitch, but 2-2.
2-2, no outs.
81 pitches now for Wackles. Looking to get a complete game here.
I would guess.
And here comes the 2-2. Going to be low in the dirt. Takes it to a full count.
You know, I've had some experience with fans getting upset about where a pitch call is, and you may not like the next close one.
Yeah, it can definitely happen. There was also some reactions from the Tiger team. And
ball 4.
And that pitch there were some reactions there too. That's been a ball all day long. That pitch has.
Yes, it has.
He has not called the upper part of the plate at all there. So
no.
And at this point, just contain your emotions and move on from it because that guy over at first base ultimately doesn't matter at all. We need 3 outs. Let him go.
Yeah.
Do his thing. And
Evan Fisher, number 15, the DH is up.
And that's going to be popped up out of play. Just shallow past the infield backstop.
And a perfect job there by Brecken, you know. A couple of close calls there that if you happen to get it, great, but he didn't get it, and he just bounces back and throws a first pitch strike and works ahead of this next batter.
And that's all you really can do. I mean, like you've stated earlier.
Comes the 0-1 pitch. In there for strike number 2.
0-2 is the count. We have a runner at first base, probably only taking about a 6-foot lead.
Yep, Jordan's certainly in station-to-station mode at this point, trailing by 3 runs. So,
and here comes the 0-2 pitch from Wackles. That's going to be popped up. Looks like it's going to be in the shallow left.
No.
Just about on the dirt there as Yost grabs it. Once again, that wind kind of just bringing it back in, but that's out number 1.
We have left fielder Brock Lucas, number 5.
I'm questioning tomorrow. I guess I haven't heard if it's windy, but 80 degrees could be a nice change for us here on Power 96, as we'll be covering the softball game tomorrow against Austin. And then the boys baseball team here, they'll travel over to Austin tomorrow night. So a little back-to-back. And then, of course, again, Thursday will be baseball back here against West. First pitch there is going to be, just past Yost Glove. And a throw to second, not in time. But that's a base hit. We'll put runners on first and second for Jordan.
As you talk about the upcoming schedule, too, the weather forecast for Thursday does show rain. 70% chance of rain, but only 0.3 of an inch. But the timing of the rain is somewhere near game time. That mid-afternoon time frame is when it looks like it's starting. So
we'll make sure to bring our
depending
little
what it's
tent
like.
just in case.
Good pitch there, just a little bit off the plate.
A 1-0 count here with 1 out. Runners on first and second. Tigers lead 4-1 on your Bayview Freeborn Funeral Cremation Service scoreboard. The 1-0 is going to get inside, takes it to 2-0.
Again, the Tigers are still in good position here. Wackles just
And here
falling
comes
behind
Jay.
2-0. Coach Anderson's going to come out, as Caldy said, to take a visit here. Unless this guy hits one out, these runners on base still don't matter. Whatever the situation is, if a ball's put in play, you just want to make sure that you get at least one out and can step on any of the bases out there.
With that, let's hear more from our sponsors, like our great sponsor, Americana Insurance.
Take us out to your ball game. Take us out to the crowd. We sell insurance for most anything. Who'd have guessed that the 18 could sing for its root? Root for good coverage. Americana's more than a name. 4X3-777 2000 for the insurance A-Team.
You'll be singing too when you see what the A-Team and Americana Insurance can do for you.
Let's take it from the top again. I think the rest of you were out of tune.
And back here again, live coverage of Albert Lee Tiger baseball from the Americana Insurance press box. Pitch from Wackles was outside, takes it to a 3-0 count here. And that's going to hit the batter, so bases will be loaded. And I don't know if anybody's over there warming up.
There is not anybody warming up, which it looks like there's a little bit of scrambling going on right now, but it also led me to wonder if somebody on the field might be in relief. But looks like I saw Brody Rasser over there. He's one of only the few bench players, so I'm guessing. So Brody is warming somebody up, which it would have to be Cohen Dresser, as he's the only one out there. So
Strike one coming in there from Wackles. Of course, that was his 91st pitch.
now you do have the tying run on first base. So, but again, you got out at any base, so just make sure to at least get one out on any ball put in play on the ground.
Comes the 0-1.
Just a little up.
Yeah. And like once again, we've talked about that. Actually, I got to change that.
Bases
It's 1-1.
loaded. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out.
The ones across the board.
Yes.
1-1 pitch from Wackles.
Little chatter from the Jordan bench.
Up again.
Batter ducks down as it was a little bit inside there. 2-1 count here now from Wackles.
Brecken just needs to give himself a little timeout and gather his thoughts. He's pitching a good game. There we go.
And that one's going to be tipped
One of those
foul.
situations, too, where Coach Henderson has already used a visit this inning. You've got some senior leadership on the infield there. Maybe you just step out of your position, walk over, give him a couple of brief words, give him a breather, too.
Yeah.
But now he's got himself back even with twos here.
2-2 count.
There he
That's
got
in
it.
there for strike number 3. So 2 outs here. 5th strikeout?
6th strikeout.
6th. And our reporter out in the field, JV, did pull ahead 7-4 in the 6th inning over there at the Hammer Complex.
We have the leadoff batter, Aiden Davenport, number 6, the first baseman. He is 1 for 3 today.
Comes the 95th pitch from Wackles, just inside.
I'm not going to lie right there. That's a little bit of a mistake by the batter there. You tipped that leg out in front of you there.
Yeah.
He could have easily been hit by that pitch there, and now you move the tying run it to second base.
And it was an off-speed pitch, too, so it wouldn't hurt that bad.
And then he threw it behind him. Again, he keeps moving rather than putting that tying score at second place.
Correct.
Some different teams here. Some of the past teams that I've seen with the Tigers and my boys' teams, you hear the old phrase, wear it.
Yeah,
And there is a time to wear one. This situation might be one of them. But
the runner at second base is probably off 20 feet.
Yep.
Tipped foul there, back to the glove.
And I like the fact, obviously there's no Brecken is throwing out of the windup, so
yes,
he's not going to go anywhere, but no reason for the Tigers to dance any runners here, being that that's not the tying run. If that was the tying run, it might be a little bit different situation. But
Goes with the 2-1 pitch right here. And that's going to be a tip foul, so takes it 2s across the board on his 99th pitch.
Yeah, can he get him out on the 100th pitch of the game?
I'd like to see him throw, but I'd like to see him take more off of the curveball here. Just really slow it up. Slow that breaking pitch up here.
Be a great pitch. If he got a little wind behind him when he did it, I mean, if we had some.
Here comes the 2-2. And that's going to be hit towards Yost. Yost going to grab it. He cannot make a play.
Well played, though.
So base hit.
No, that was a good play.
And that is on his 100th pitch. Jordan gets it 2 runs now. So Tigers to lead 4-2 on your Bayview Freeborn Funeral Cremation Service scoreboard.
See, now this is a situation here where as coaching staff and whatnot, I'd like to see Wackles come out of the windup now and go back to the set, because now a base hit with going out of the windup and the lead that the guy from second base is going to be able to get, assuming he takes the proper lead, should absolutely be able to score and tie the game up on a base hit. Whereas if you go out of the stretch, he's at least got to be a little bit more honest out there.
True.
First pitch down in the dirt for ball 1.
You'll even see that early on in games with runners when they're only on third base. The pitchers feel more comfortable going to the windup, and I don't necessarily agree with that, because it allows those runners to get such a jump off there on a routine ground ball that maybe you'd be able to prevent the run rather than bring the infield in. But
swing and a miss for strike number 2. Here comes
strike number 1.
Sorry. I was looking at his 102nd pitch.
Yes.
And that's going to be...
Cue ball that just got to step and throw.
And that is going to be it, as it was a dribbler back up towards Wackles. 103 pitches, complete game, and a win for your Tigers, 4-2. We're going to go ahead and go right into the Dawson Limousine post-game show. I mean, obviously, you look at this Tiger team today, it was kind of slow going to start off here, but they definitely got the bats rolling as we got later on in the game. 5 hits for Jordan, 4 for Albert Lee, and your Tigers do win 4-2.
Yeah, it was a very evenly matched game there. Well pitched by both teams. Solid defense as well, and the Tigers were able to just capitalize a little bit more than the Hubman when they got the runners on base.
Correct.
How many strikeouts called he? 6?
There were 6 strikeouts.
6 strikeouts for Wackles, so nice performance there. Of course, Goskeson having the big base hit that scored 2.
Yeah.
They ended up getting 3 there in the 6th to really open this game up. And your Tigers win 4-2 against the Jordan Hubman. We will be back on the air again tomorrow night as it's Albert Lee softball versus Austin, and the Tiger boys will be heading over to Austin. With that, we're going to get you, we got to pay some more bills. I'm going to end our broadcast here on our Boxcast.